Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Chloe Banning. I'm a PA at Mangat Plastic Surgery Institute in Avon, Colorado. Today we're doing another Facebook Live, so if you haven't tuned in with us before, thanks for being here. Basically, I'm just here to educate you, and today we're talking about platelet rich plasma. So if you have any questions at all during this period, you can go ahead and submit those. Just write them in the comment box below. Otherwise, if you're not watching this live, you can always call us and come in and we can answer your questions in person. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Today I'm talking about platelet rich plasma. So platelet rich plasma, often we hear PRP as the abbreviation. It's a product that we can use in our cosmetic and our aesthetic treatments. So PRP is actually an autologous blood product. So that means it's drawn from your own blood and turned into a product that we can use for your cosmetic treatments. So how this works is you come into the office, I draw your blood just like you would get at any other lab draw, and then I take that blood and I'm going to spin it in a centrifuge. And what that does is it extracts the red blood cells from the platelet-rich plasma. So since red blood cells are heavier, they sort of sink down to the bottom, and then the platelet-rich plasma is on top. And I can take that out and use that for my aesthetic treatments. So sometimes this means I use it topically, sometimes this means I inject it, but there's many different ways that we can use it. Now, why do we want to use PRP? Well, PRP, it helps us to stimulate collagen and elastin. Because of the high platelet concentration, when those platelets are activated, they release growth factors. And those growth factors then help to stimulate fibroblasts and stem cells to come to the area. Our fibroblasts, they contain procollagen, or they release procollagen, and then that turns into collagen. And of course, we know that this is great for our skin. So yeah, that's the main reason why we use PRP.
So what I'm learning from you is that it can be applied topically as well as injected. Mm-hmm. And can you speak a little bit more about the different applications for those two approaches?
Yes, of course, definitely. So when we think about using it topically, we think about using it alongside microneedling or laser treatments. So when we use it with our microneedling treatments, what I will do is I'll apply it to your skin as we're doing the microneedling. And that PRP is going to soak into those little channels created by the needling procedures. That's not only going to help to amplify the effects of your treatment, but it's also going to help decrease your downtime. You're going to heal faster when you use PRP in combination with microneedling. Also, when we do laser treatments, I can use it afterwards. So for instance, if you do a CO2 laser resurfacing treatment, I can apply the PRP on afterwards, and that will help your healing. Now, injecting PRP is an even better way to use it. So I can use the PRP and inject it into your skin really anywhere that I would use a filler treatment. And that's going to help to rejuvenate the skin. It's going to stimulate collagen, stimulate elastin, which will help your skin look more firm and more youthful. So one place I really like to do this is the under eye area. So our delicate, thin skin here is really prone to the effects of UV radiation. So we often get a little bit of crepiness, a little hollowing, and I can use that PRP and inject it in this area. After a series of a couple treatments, you're going to see rejuvenated skin here, and it's going to look really nice. Now, one thing that I haven't really touched base on yet is PRP for hair restoration. So PRP can be injected right into the scalp, and that's actually going to work right onto your hair follicles. So it's almost like stimulating or doing CPR on your hair follicles. It's telling them to wake up and start growing again. So you're going to see thicker hair, more hair, and it's going to help your hair follicles go from a resting phase to more of a growing phase. So those are the main ways that we use PRP in our office here. I've had great results, and I'm really excited to be offering this treatment here at Mangat Plastic Surgery.
Are there any people who would not be a good candidate for the PRP treatment?
Good question, yeah. So of course, whenever you're here, we're going to go over your medical history. So we'll talk about if you have any bleeding or clotting problems, or if you're immunosuppressed for any reason. And if that's the case, then PRP might not be right for you. But otherwise, PRP is a really great treatment for a lot of people. Especially here up in the mountains, we're often looking for things that are more natural, that are more, something that we can do to help our skin but not put so much into our bodies. And so PRP is a really great way to do that, because since it's autologous, it's coming directly from your body, and there's nothing really more natural than that. So a lot of my clients love this treatment for that reason.
Is there anything else about PRP that maybe the people don't realize? That you hear PRP all the time, and I've learned a lot just listening to you today, but anything else that you want to add that might be of interest?
Yeah, so PRP, again, just back to it being natural, it's also really safe. So, there's no risk of any allergic reaction, any hypersensitivity. We use really safe precautions here, so it's a really safe treatment. Of course, when we use it topically, it doesn't bring on any risks with it. Of course, you just have the little risks with any procedure you're combining it with. When we're injecting it, there's always a small risk of getting a little bruise, just like with any other cosmetic injection like Botox or fillers. If you do get a bruise, I can always do a little laser treatment complimentary. We have a laser here at our office, and I can treat your bruise so that it heals faster. PRP has really gained a lot of momentum in the media, TV, on Instagram and Facebook, and you might hear about it, such as like vampire facials and vampire facelifts. These are all talking about the same type of PRP treatments that I was explaining earlier. So it's a really great option, and I encourage many people to come in so we can chat about it and give it a try.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for telling us about PRP and helping us better understand this mystery new miracle treatment.
Of course. Thanks, everyone.